Hello students, this is another multivibrator. Before we have studied about a stable multivibrator, this multivibrator is called monostable multivibrator, and this circuit has a single stable stage. That means we will have some DC output, as we are saying that we will have stable state. So stable, that means it has not any fluctuating output state or any frequency. We will have DC output here. So this is the pin diagram of IC555 and this is the circuit diagram of monostable multivibrator. This symbol is for negative triggering. We need a negative triggering in this circuit to make the output unstable, and this is the symbol of negative triggering. So what is negative triggering? Negative triggering is applying some voltage lower than the initial voltage. So see, what is the initial voltage of pin number 2 here? We have to apply negative triggering in pin number 2. The initial voltage of pin number 2, it is connected with VCC through a resistor. That means the initial voltage of pin number 2 is high. Uh, to apply negative triggering, we have to apply some voltage lower than the initial voltage. And what should be the amount of voltage? This is the formula. Negative triggering voltage should be less than or equal to 1 by 3 VCC. Now if my VCC is 12 volt, then negative triggering voltage should be 4 volt or less than 4 volt. We will apply 0 volt here. That means we will apply negative triggering from the ground connection, 0 volt. And this is the calculation of monostable multivibrator. Only one parameter is there, that is called time constant, and the formula is 1.1 R into C. These are the R connected in between pin number 8 and 7. That is the value of R. The value of R is 100 kilo ohm. Not this R, not R1. R1 is used to connect pin number 2 to the VCC. It will not be included in my calculation. And capacitor, this capacitor only, that is connected with pin number 6 and not C1, as I told that this capacitor is called a noise reduction capacitor. So the value of this capacitor is 100 microfarad, and calculating with these values T and R and C, we are getting T equal to time constant equal to 11 second. That means the unstable state will remain constant for 11 seconds. That means the output of this circuit will remain unstable up to 11 seconds using these values of R and C. We can change the value of time constant by changing the value of R and C. So this is the output graph. Suppose this is pin number 2. What is the initial condition of pin number 2? Pin number 2 is high, and see, this is DC voltage straight line up to VCC, and this is the stable condition of stable state of pin number 3, that is the zero value. No voltage will come at the output. This is the stable condition of monostable multivibrator. Now if I apply trigger here, this is step 2. If I apply trigger to pin number 2, that means we are applying 0 volt. It was high, it is initially high up to VCC. When you are applying 0 volt, it will be down to 0, and if we remove the negative triggering, it will be up again up to VCC. And when we are applying negative triggering here, my output voltage becomes high, which was low in its stable state before. It is high and it will remain high up to 11 seconds. This is the calculation, and this is called unstable state. This is the monostable multivibrator. It is also called one shot multivibrator. That means one shot means the negative triggering and the output remains in its high state for some time depending upon the values of R and C. So this is monostable multivibrator. Let's check it. This is the circuit, and this wire is for negative triggering. This is the circuit, and this wire is for negative triggering. Now I have connected this LED to for the output. Now check the LED. Now it is in stable condition. See, the kit is on, but the output is low condition. The LED is not glowing. And see, in CRO also, CRO is connected. See, in CRO, see, this is in ground position, and let me, this is in ground position. See, no voltage is coming in 0 volt. When I am applying trigger here, trigger, see, now the LED is glowing and the output is, sorry, output is high. See, the circuit will return to its initial condition automatically after 11 seconds. So if I trigger it again, see, LED is on. Now check it, the LED will off automatically after 11 seconds. See, now LED is off. It has returned to its initial condition. If I trigger it again, the LED is on, and LED will remain on up to 11 seconds, and it will get back to its initial condition, that is in 0 position. So you can check using your stopwatch that how long the LED is on. You can check seeing the video how long the LED is on. I am saying it is 11 second. You can check whether it is actually 11 second or not. I'm showing you again. See, this is triggered and off. Now you check using your stopwatch that how long the LED is glowing, the circuit, how long the circuit remains in its unstable condition. So this is monostable multivibrator, and the application of this monostable multivibrator, you can say a doorbell. When we press the switch of doorbell, the doorbell remains ringing for some times, and um, uh, it remains off after some time, say 5 or 6 seconds. And I will show you one more application of this circuit, uh, that will be an automatic night lamp. I will be showing that. But now the last multivibrator, we have to check the last multivibrator, that is called bistable multivibrator. This is here. This is called bistable multivibrator, and here we have two stable states. In monostable multivibrator, mono means single. Monostable multivibrator, we had single stable state, that is the 0 position only, the initial condition. And in bistable multivibrator, we have two different stable states. This is the output, this is the circuit of the monostable bistable multivibrator, and no calculation is here. No calculation is done for bistable multivibrator, only observation is there. So see, here I have written step 3, and step 1 and step 2 is like monostable multivibrator, that is the negative triggering step. When the last step was when we are applying negative trigger, here the output is high, and here in step 3, see, this is the last multivibrator circuit, that is bistable multivibrator. And in bistable multivibrator, we have two stable states. One is lower stable state and one is upper stable state, that is in 0 position and is VCC position. And to get two different stable state, we need to apply two different triggers here. See, in pin number 2 we need to apply negative triggering, and in pin number 6 we need to apply positive triggering. This is the circuit of bistable multivibrator, and no calculations done here. For bistable multivibrator circuit we have no calculations, only observations. So this is the output, and see, I have written here step 3. I'm starting from step 3 because the step 1 and step 2 is similar to the monostable multivibrator circuit. This is the negative triggering step. It is similar to bistable multivibrator also. So the negative triggering step, the step 2 of negative triggering step, when we are the circuit is negatively triggered, the output becomes high. So in step 3, when the pin number 6 is low, that is in 0 position. See, initial condition of pin number 6 is 0 because it is connected to pin number 1 with a resistor, and pin number 1 is grounded. So initial condition of pin number 6 is 0, and then the output is high because output is already negatively triggered, so output becomes high. So output is already high when pin number 6 is 0, and when pin number 6 is positively triggered, that means positive trigger means applying some voltage more than initial voltage. So initial voltage is 0 for pin number 6. We will apply VCC here. We had applied ground here in pin number 2 for negative triggering, and we will apply VCC for positive triggering in pin number 6. So when VCC is connected to pin number 6, uh, at that time the state of pin number 6 will be high up to VCC, and when you remove the uh, triggering, then it will back to its initial condition, that is in 0 position. When pin number 6 is triggered, the high state of output becomes low, and it returns to its initial state. So bistable multivibrator is a two-way switch, that is you can on a circuit and off a circuit by applying two types of triggering. And I forgot to write here, the amount of positive triggering should be greater than or equal to 2 by 3 VCC. The amount of negative triggering is less than or equal to 1 by 3 VCC, and amount of positive triggering is greater than or equal to 2 by 3 VCC. That means if my VCC is 12 volt, then I can apply 8 volt or more than 8 volt as positive triggering. We are applying the VCC as positive triggering. Now this is my circuit. This is the circuit. Now see, the same LED is connected uh, for output. When the circuit is negatively triggered, see, the output becomes high, and this will not come down automatically. This is bistable multivibrator, so when output becomes high, the second stable state of the multivibrator, this is written here, this is the second stable condition of bistable multivibrator. First stable condition is the initial state, and second stable condition is when you are applying the negative trigger. It is not unstable condition, it becomes the second stable condition of bistable multivibrator. Now this LED will not uh, uh, the output will not be mm, so the LED will not stop glowing automatically, and the output is high also. And if I apply a positive trigger here, let me connect this wire to VCC terminal. and if I apply the positive trigger to pin number 6, the LED is off now. If negative trigger, when it is negatively triggered, the circuit is negatively triggered, the LED becomes on, LED is on, and LED will remain on until and unless positive trigger is applied to the circuit, or the circuit or you switch off the circuit. That means the power supply is interrupted. Or if I apply a positive trigger to pin number 6, then the output will be low. This is bistable multivibrator having two stable states and two triggering, positive and negative triggering. Thank you.